Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and today's a new brand day, but not a new brand of watch, a new brand of strap. Today we're going to talk about ISOfrane. So in your eyes, and in my mind as well, ISOfrane evokes an image of a type of strap rather than a brand of strap, but ISOfrane is a brand, a trademarked brand name. So the strap I'm going to show you today are true ISOfranes. A little bit of history, and then I'll show you a couple of straps quickly. But ISOfrane started in the late 60s, very prevalent in the 70s as the premier dive strap for the dive professional, so much so that it was featured on a number of OEM models, OEM watches. Most notably, I would say, would be the Omega Poprof, their plunger professional dive watch, that clunky dive watch with the depressed to turn thing for the bezel. All sorts of craziness. But somewhere around the 80s, and I guess kind of coinciding with a little bit of the quartz crisis, they disappeared. The whole ISOfrane company kind of fizzled out. And then a while ago, maybe about a decade ago or so, 2010-ish, I might have my dates a little incorrect, the company came back. And they came back basically producing the same strap again, that conventional ISOfrane that's in your mind, with upgraded materials, finishes, processes, upgraded colors, also the cool stuff, and it still represents basically the premium dive strap. When people say what's the best dive strap, more than likely they're going to say ISOfrane for a number of reasons, and I'll show them to you. So we'll get over there and check them out. My own wrist check, right? So I'm wearing a Zinyu 1 still. And then, so I guess this is your first glimpse of the ISOfrane. The Island or Pepsi. Yes, that's a Pepsi bezel, but depends how the light hits it. It can appear black. I have it on a blue ISOfrane, royal blue. Beautiful, very comfortable strap in just many ways. The way it grips your wrist, it doesn't slide down. The ventilation of it, the breathability. But let's get up close and talk about it really quick. Okay, so I want to show you the ISOfrane straps. I have 4 of them here. That's what I'm stocking now, 4 different colors. I am definitely going to increase the color count to more colors because I think they're going to resonate very well with collectors. So right now we've got green, orange, black, and that royal blue that I showed you in the beginning. So I guess let's pick up a black one. They are all priced. All the black ones are priced at $129. All the colored ones are at $139. They are serious straps. They are expensive. I will not shy away from that fact, but they are built amazingly well. Number one, they are hypoallergenic. Okay, so stainless steel, prong and buckle. Nothing new there. But there's no silicone in the strap at all. It's all silicone free. It's a natural rubber compound, some kind of a proprietary mix that they do, but it is hypoallergenic. They are made in Italy, as you can see there, and they are branded with the ISOfrane name. So let's talk about the construction of the straps. You can see, number one, the back is smooth where the adjustment holes are, but then when you get towards the lug area, you notice it's ribbed with lines, and this actually hugs your wrist. It gives a little bit of grip, so your watch will not roll on your wrist. Maybe it's easier if I just show you on the blue one. As you can see here, it grips your wrist better, and then you have these tremendous rectangular slots, and this is all for ventilation. So remember, it's supposed to be a dive strap. So when you come in the water, go out of the water can drain through these holes, and then also air can drain through. Air can circulate through these holes and under these ribs, so that you get a more comfortable fit and it doesn't stick to your wrist. And then we get to the adjustments themselves. You may say, okay, well, it's whatever, it's just flat adjustment holes. But there are a ton of them. There's 15 holes. And what I want to do is just compare it to, this is that Seiko strap that I love for the turtles and stuff, 22 millimeter. What you can see, though, is that the spacing on these, or the pitch of the holes, is much tighter than the pitch on the Seiko strap or on conventional straps. Conventional straps, the holes are spaced at around 1/4 inch increments. On this, the holes are spaced at around 0.15 inch increments. So they're packed in, not quite twice as dense, But, you know, in the span of like 3 holes on here, you get 4 holes on here. So what does that mean? So you can dial in the fit much better to your wrist. Maybe it's a little bit warmer today. You can just undo it, move it 1 notch, and you'll be on your way. You will not find yourself between notches on this. You simply can't. I mean, look how close together they are. You will certainly find a comfortable fit, and that's what a good dive strap is all about. Let's talk about the, I guess the length of it, right? So it is 75 millimeters from lug to the end of the rubber. Basically, this whole rubber part is 75 millimeters. And then the tail, the tip of the tail over here on the right to the lug is around 125 millimeters. And if you're interested, the length from the lug to the last hole is around 110 millimeters. So that will kind of, you can figure out what your usable length of strap will be. Getting into the cut, you'll notice that the tail is cut at an angle. And what that allows you to do is when you put it on, if it's wet, if your hands are slippery, whatever, it allows it to go under so much easier. You can feed it under the keepers because the tail can go in first and then feed the rest of it. The deal with the second keeper being cut at an angle, I can only assume that's a styling thing to kind of match the angle that the tail is cut in, but I'm not sure. I can see no other reason why that would happen. So like I said, so I've got them in 4. Oh, you know, one other thing I wanted to mention on the strap. Like I said, there's not going to be much here to discuss today. I mentioned the strap, I mentioned the suppleness, everything, and it's made out of this proprietary compound. But something that does happen, and I'm not knocking this Seiko strap. Like I said, I love this Seiko strap. I sell a ton of them. But because of the compound that it's made out of, whether it be silicone or something, it picks up lint like crazy. Maybe not crazy. Say some cheaper straps pick it up like crazy, but it still picks up lint. Lint being little white particles or dust particles on it as you go throughout your day, and you have to wash them off. Whatever material this is made out of, whatever their proprietary material is, it does not pick up lint. I'm just going to rub it on a piece of material that I have sitting nearby me. 1 second. Oh, there we go. You can see it picked up lint right there and some white dots. I will do the same thing now to the ISOfrane strap. And it picks up absolutely nothing. Whatever they've done, it has less stiction, no sticky property to it, but very comfortable. I guess what I could do is, though, I will just pop it on really quick on my 6 3/4 inch wrist to show you where I am on the holes. So 6 3/4, here I am 1, 2, 4 holes from the end. So this will probably go down to like a 6 1/4 inch wrist and loads of room to grow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About another 1.5 inches to go, so 6 3/4, 7 3/4. You know, over an 8-inch wrist, this will fit. But even with my 6 3/4 inch wrist, even if we wrap it up, you'll see that if I put it through the keepers, the tail is not going to stick out crazy. It's not going to be up to the top of the watch like a crazy long dive strap is. Very comfortable. It seems like they really did think of everything here. The buckles are signed, so you know that they are genuine ISOfrane. And then one other thing I wanted to mention as I reglove my nasty fingers is the scenting. So they do smell. The black, smell-o-vision, doesn't have an odor. No vanilla. I'm not sure if that's by design. I did put an email into the company and hear back from them, so if I get an email back before the video goes live, I'll throw it in the description. But all the other colors have a very, here, smell that. You know you tried. Have a very light vanilla odor. Not nauseating, you know, like a bakery. Just a very light scent. Just enough so that you know it's there, but not enough to make you nauseous and want to vomit on it. I think that's about it. I think we'll close it up there. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you ISOfrane rubber straps. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.